Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue 45, the last of this month's delivery of Build Your Own X-Wing from DeAgostini. This time we are assembling the engine, just sort of putting it all together, but we'll come back to that after we've had a look through the first few pages of the magazine. We're looking at Vader's TIE Fighter, something special, something a little bit different. I quite like the design of Vader's. Yeah, it's a unique take on a TIE Fighter, but yeah, all good. Some pictures in there. We've got Zam, the changeling, or some sort of morph thing, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that vaguely. And straight into the building. There's a lot of building in this, so I expect this to be quite a lengthy episode. We already know. You know how long the video is, more than I do at the moment. I've got no idea. But it's going to be quite substantial, I would think. So let's have a look, see what we've got and what we should have got, see if it matches up. I'll get rid of the big bits first. Some big engine braces, mountings and wing things. We've got another laser cannon. We've got 4 different types of screw. We've got 3, 4, 5 and 2. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. We have several tube pipe things and some plastic plant-on details, the dark grey pipe and the internal bulkhead. So they're all ready and good to go. I shall be using all of those and more things this time. It's not just those this time around, there's more stuff from previous build. So we have the 3 engine section mounts, which are these 3 metal bits that I've just got here. As well as the wing and the engine assembly that we've been doing over the last, it seems like a long time, but because it's the 3rd engine, 3rd wing, it feels like longer. So we have that and that. It says, align the wing and engine mount like this. It doesn't really say like what. It doesn't tell me what screws yet either. Let me have a look through. It says, fit parts together with XW02 screws. So let me get the 02 screws open. And get out 2 in all 5 holes, it says, so I need 5 of those. Let's get a collection of those out. There's 3, 4, 6. I didn't mean 6. 5 will be fine. That will be fine, thank you. I've got a screwdriver there as well, good to go, as well as tweezers and knives and sharp things. Right, let's have a look. We'll get that. It goes on like that, if I remember correctly, because that's the bit that isn't used. That goes over there. A few things already slot into place. So that's how that fits. Right. It just says put them together using the screws. So there's no worry about other brackets or anything quite yet. Now it says 5 screws, so I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that one, but these 5. I'm pretty sure everything is located in the right place, but as ever with these, it's always a good idea to put the screws in a little bit, make sure everything lines up. I think my screwdriver's a little bit too magnetised now because it's not letting go. Let's get that in the screw. Then we can get it lined up in there. Cool, that's the 3 on the top. Then let's get the 2 in the middle. 1 and the last one down there. That's it, that's the 5 holes lined up and the 5 screws in. Now it's just time to go back and tighten up all of the screws so we make sure everything fits in there as it should. Now like that is probably going to be okay. It probably doesn't need the extra bracings, but when you've got the big lasers on the end as well, it makes more sense to have them a bit more substantial. So after that, we are fitting the smaller engine brace with the assembly and fitting it like this. It says going across that way. Yeah, we've got the 2 plugs there going across there, so that is going on there like that, just like that. Indeed, just like that. What flavour of screws shall we be using to put that together? Oh, we're not putting any screws in there at all yet. Okay, we're going to put the other frame on that way round, and that goes over there like that. Okay, and then the other one, we're fitting them all and then just going crazy with the screws. This one's going on there, in there, like that. Okay, so that's that. Secure the smaller engine mount with O2 screws into those two holes. So the two that are deep down there, more O2s. Let's get those out and ready. One in there, and one next to it there. Do, 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 do. Actually, as this is going to be such a long video already, I'm going to nip through and put in all the screws into the screw holes without worrying. So I've got the twos in there, I've got two more over there, and then in there, and then over here, and then on there, and that. Yeah, so lots of this is just lots of screwing. You don't need to be watching me do that. So I shall come back when there's something more interesting to be done. Right, that's all the screws done up. A couple of them aren't going quite flush, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay. We'll find out when the other cover goes on. The next step is 21. We're getting the extension cable, which is marked as 05, straightening it out and fitting this to the other end. This is going into there, just next to that hole there. So we're just pushing that into there. That's the extension for where the laser cannon bit's going to fit. Then I need to trail this wire around behind the pins, try to get it into the groove. As it says, basically whenever there's a little blob, you're trying to get it in between. So I'm going to use a pair of, not a pair of, just a single screwdriver. Sort of pop it in and around behind between, because you need it out the way when the cover goes on. Not a great many clips to hold this in place. They don't seem to be quite as secure as the previous versions have been. Don't know, maybe I'm not doing it right, but the clips seem to be further apart than they were last time I had to do this. So that's got to go this side and then that side, and that might just about hold that in place. Then that needs to come round and out from here, under there, and then behind these two down there as well. That's quite a good tight fit. Strange, seems to be a little bit variable, but it's only to hold it in place while we're getting everything together anyway. I don't know where the rest of that goes. Around at the top there as well. Yep. Back towards the middle, pushing it between those two. Oh, there we go. That's the, we'll go through there as well. That's that. So yes, that's routed like that, leaving the free end coming out of the notch. The wing should look like this with the undercarriage doors under there as well. That is what we've got there. Right, that would normally be a completed, episode, but it's not. We're still taking the engine, and we're going to be fitting the engine as well. Plug from the end of the engine going through there, all the way through there. The engine is lining up on there. Fit it through, press the engine in place and hold it, turn it over and use an O2 screw. I thought there was one O2 screw extra, but there wasn't. It's not like them to give you... Well, there was an extra, because there's always an extra, but there's actually one less extra than I thought there was, because we're using it. That's going in there. Tightening down. And holding the engine in place. Good. So far so good. Now what are we doing? I've already done that. That's okay. Yep. Now the wire from here is going around exactly where that one did. It's going along there. Then along here between the other two of those. Like that. So that there. I thought that was in, but it wasn't. Let's try again. All the way around between the other two of those, as I said. That's better. That goes in there. So now we've got 06 and 05 coming out of there. So I assume we've got 1 and 2 for the first one, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6 for the third ring. I guess we can figure out what numbers are going to be on the next bit. And that is what we're doing. So we're not using any of these this time round. I shall put those safely aside because that is the end, unless there's another page hanging about. There might be. No, there is no other page. The next bit on the end is, as ever, looking at the I feel like I've seen that before, but it might be somewhere else. I'm sure they haven't reused it again, but Vader's TIE Fighter, obviously on there. Let's just double check that it doesn't say to use those bits anywhere else. It just says extra details for the engine, but yeah, screws to hold it all together. I don't remember where these bits go, but I'm sure I've done them before, but I don't remember exactly where. But we're not doing them this time. So that is that for this month. That was issue 45, which is the final one that I've received today, this delivery. I'll get the plastic bit out the bin and put that back on there, so I don't lose any of those. And put all these to one side as well. Keep them all safe for next time. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the build and carried on and, you know, possibly even building along with me. Next month, I assume I'll be getting another 5 issues, so we'll be, no doubt, putting the shell on the outside of this, probably starting with another wing, because, you know, we like our wings. So, thank you for watching. Stay safe, and let me know if you're building along with me, or if you've, you know, got any other problems. There may be an updates and modifications video upcoming for this this month, depending on things. So keep an eye out. If it turns up, you'll obviously find it. It'll pop up in the playlists and things. So stay safe. I'll turn it the other way up because that looks nicer. Although technically now that's upside down because this is where the landing gear goes. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon for this or more builds. Bye bye.